General Hospital spoilers. Maxie's Five Poppies appearance turns deadly as Spinelli uncovers a secret that could shatter Port Charles. The streets of Port Charles have seen their fair share of danger, but nothing could have prepared anyone for the storm about to descend when Maxie Jones walks into Five Poppies, the notorious, dimly lit speakeasy hidden deep in the waterfront district, and Damien Spinelli unearths a secret so explosive it could alter the lives of everyone they love. What begins as an unexpected social visit spirals into a night of whispers, threats, and betrayals that reach far beyond the bar's backroom poker tables. Maxie wasn't supposed to be anywhere near Five Poppies that night. Her calendar was packed with deception deadlines, PDA meetings, and keeping track of 3 energetic kids who had inherited their mother's knack for finding trouble. But when a crisp, unmarked envelope slipped under her apartment door that morning, the kind with thick, expensive stationery and a faint trace of clove perfume, she felt an unshakable pull. The letter inside was short and to the point. Come to Five Poppies. Tonight. Midnight. Bring no one. Ask for the Red Room. Maxie considered throwing it away, chalking it up to some elaborate prank. But something about the neat handwriting nagged at her, a feeling, buried deep in her gut, that the sender knew something important about her. On the other side of town, Spinelli was in his cramped PI office, drowning in case files and empty coffee cups, when his laptop pinged with a secure message. Normally, he'd dismiss anonymous tips, but this one was different. It was encrypted in a style he hadn't seen since his early days of hacking for Sonny and Jason. The file contained only one image, a blurry still from a Five Poppies security camera showing Maxie standing in the club's doorway, time-stamped for tonight at 12:01 a.m. Spinelli's pulse spiked. He knew Maxie had no reason to be at that place, a den of underground deals where secrets were traded like currency. Whoever sent him the image wasn't just watching her, they were predicting her moves. Five Poppies wasn't the kind of place you stumbled into by accident. Its entrance was hidden behind a seafood wholesaler's freezer door, and patrons were vetted by a door guard who knew everyone worth knowing in Port Charles's underbelly. When Maxie arrived, hair perfectly curled, nerves masked by a confident smile, the guard barely looked at her before stepping aside. Red Room's waiting, he muttered. Inside, the Red Room was nothing like the rest of the club's smoky, jazz-filled main floor. It was smaller, quieter, lined with red velvet drapes and a single chandelier dripping with crystal. Only one table sat in the center, lit by a narrow beam of golden light. And at that table sat Selena Wu. Maxie Jones, Selena purred, her voice smooth as silk. You look surprised. Did you think I'd invite you here without reason? Maxie froze, her heart hammering. If this is about deception, I'm not interested in laundering money for you or anyone. Selena smiled, a smile that never reached her eyes. This isn't about money. It's about family and protection. There are people watching you, Maxie. People who know too much. Maxie's first instinct was to run, but Selena's next words pinned her to the spot. You think your children are safe? Think again. While Maxie was trying to keep her composure in the Red Room, Spinelli had managed to slip into the club through a service entrance, wearing a dark cap and carrying a pocket-sized camera. He didn't like breaking into mob-adjacent establishments, especially without backup, but his worry for Maxie overpowered his fear. From behind a wall panel, he spotted her with Selena, straining to hear their conversation. He caught fragments, family, children protection, and something inside him snapped. He had been through too much with Maxie to watch her get pulled into Selena Wu's web. But before he could act, his phone buzzed with a second encrypted message. This one contained a name he hadn't heard in years. Peter August alive. Spinelli's breath caught. It couldn't be. Peter August was dead, his body never found. But dead all the same, wasn't he? The message included GPS coordinates that matched an address right here in Port Charles. The sickening realization hit Spinelli like a freight train. Selena's meeting with Maxie wasn't a coincidence. It was a test. And the true danger wasn't just the mob. It was the possibility that the man who had nearly destroyed Maxie's life had returned. Back in the Red Room, Selena leaned forward, her gaze locking on Maxie's. "There are rumors," she said softly, "that someone you thought gone forever is alive and close. If you want to keep him far from your children, you'll need me." Maxie's blood ran cold. "Who?" Selena didn't answer. Instead, she slid a manila envelope across the table. "Proof. But there's a price." While Selena played her psychological chess game, Spinelli slipped into the club's private office, where the security feed was monitored. He hacked into the hard drive, hoping for a clue, and found a hidden folder labeled PA. Inside were dozens of surveillance shots, tracking a tall man with sandy blonde hair, a scar along his jaw, and the unmistakable gait of Peter August. The images were recent, some taken only days ago. Spinelli's hands trembled. The timestamps told an even darker story. Peter had been inside Five Poppies more than once. And in one frame, standing in the background, was Georgie Jones. Spinelli's mind raced. If these images were real, Peter was back, and somehow already too close to Maxie's daughter. The fact that Selena Wu had them meant she was controlling the flow of information. But why give Maxie the choice? Why not just hand the photos to the police? Unless Selena didn't want the police involved at all. Unable to stay silent, Spinelli burst into the red room, startling both women. "Maximista, we need to leave. Now." Selena raised an eyebrow. "You're interrupting a private meeting, Mr. Spinelli." Spinelli's voice was low, urgent. "She's manipulating you. I've seen the footage. Peter is here, and she's known all along." Maxie's breath caught. "Peter? No, that's impossible." Selena simply smiled, folding her hands. "Believe what you wish. But without my protection, neither of you will find him before he finds you." Maxie was torn. She wanted nothing to do with Selena Wu, yet the possibility of Peter being alive and anywhere near her kids left her shaken to the core. Spinelli wanted to drag her out of the club and straight to Anna Devane. But Anna was out of town, and without proof Peter was alive, the WSB or PCPD might dismiss it as paranoia. Reluctantly, Maxie agreed to Selena's terms. She would do one favor in exchange for the full file on Peter. Selena's only condition? That neither she nor Spinelli breathe a word to anyone else until it was done. Selena's favor was deceptively simple: deliver a small black case to an unknown contact at Pier 54. No questions asked. Maxie hated every second of it, but Spinelli insisted on accompanying her. The pier was nearly deserted, the fog rolling in thick waves, when a shadow stepped out from behind a shipping container. The man took the case without a word, but as he turned to leave, moonlight hit his face, and Maxie's knees nearly gave out. It was Peter. Before they could react, Peter bolted into the maze of containers. Spinelli gave chase, weaving through the narrow alleys until he lost sight of him. By the time he returned, Maxie was pale and shaking. "It was him," she whispered. "I saw him. He's alive." Back at Maxie's apartment, the reality settled in. Peter wasn't just alive. He was moving freely through Port Charles, likely under Selena's watchful eye. The question was why. Spinelli was determined to dig deeper, even if it meant breaking every hacking law in the book. Maxie, meanwhile, was haunted by the memory of Peter's voice, low and cold, as he took the case. "Tell our daughter. I'll be seeing her soon." By the end of the week, Spinelli had pieced together enough to know they were standing on the edge of something huge, a network of players using Five Poppies as a hub, with Peter as a ghost in their midst. The final twist came when Spinelli decrypted the last file in Selena's folder, a live feed from a hidden camera inside Maxie's own home. The screen showed Georgie's bedroom,